Quadratic equations. In this video, we will learn how to solve quadratic equations by factorizing. Let's start. We know when the product of two numbers is 0, then at least one of them must be 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. If we multiply two numbers together and the result is equal to 0, then we know that at least one of those numbers that we multiplied must also have been equal to 0. This fact is known as the null factor law. The null factor law states that if we have two numbers, a and b, and we know that a times b is 0, then it must follow that either a is 0 or b is 0, or both. One of the big goals of factorizing is that we can solve the quadratic equations applying the null factor law. We can factorize the quadratic into the product of linear factors and then apply the null factor law. Let's see how it works. To solve quadratic equations of this form, we first of all take out x as a common factor. We can then use the null factor law. The product of x and x plus 2 is 0, so x is 0 or x plus 2 is 0, or both. X is 0 or x is minus 2. To solve quadratic equation like this, we must find the largest value which can be factorized from each term on the left side of the quadratic equation. 3x is the common factor. The product of 3x and x minus 3 is 0. So 3x is 0 or x minus 3 is 0. X is 0 or x is 3. To solve this trinomial, begin by factorizing the quadratic. Find two numbers with a product of 28 and a sum of 11. The numbers are 4 and 7. The product of x plus 4 and x plus 7 is 0, so x plus 4 is 0 or x plus 7 is 0. X is minus 4 or x is minus 7. You should remember the pattern for the difference of two squares. Equations like this have the difference of squares on the left-hand side of the equal sign. So we have to convert the difference into a product and then apply the null factor law. X plus 5 is 0 or x minus 5 is 0. X is minus 5 or x is 5. In this quadratic equation, the first and last terms are perfect squares. So this equation seems a perfect square trinomial. Now we should find the square root of both perfect square terms. To get the middle term, we have to multiply the two square roots together and then by 2. We should get the positive or negative version of the middle term. Therefore, the trinomial can be factorized into 5x minus 4 times 5x minus 4. Five x minus 4 is 0. X is 4 over 5. To solve this equation, we should remember how to factorize trinomial with leading coefficient not 1. In this case, we use the splitting the middle term method. Multiply 2 and minus 7. We need factors of minus 14, which add to give the middle term, that is 5. The factors are 7 and minus 2. So we split the middle term, replace 5x with 7x and minus 2x in the order which helps to get common factors. Group the 4 terms to form 2 pairs. Factorize each pair by finding common factors. Factorize out the common binomial. 2x plus 7 is 0, or x minus 1 is 0. If you enjoyed the content of this video, don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask or suggest anything. I will be grateful.